Okay, guys, let's talk a little bit about the last 2 days. I have not traded at all. I've been really busy, and it looks like the Super Bowl may have affected everything more than I thought it would. I don't know, but it has not been pretty. Over here on the 1597, it just looks so just ugly. I can't, that's the best way I can describe it to you. Now, as the day started out yesterday, you had a pretty strong push up towards the area in the MACDs. At this time, you are having, a same strong push up in the MACDs and the price on the 1597. I mean, you could have attempted some trades in this area, but if you look at the MACDs on the 1597, it says to really hold off a little bit, at least until this point right here, when the MACDs start to curve just a little. So as we're pulling up to the 1597 EMA is where we're looking to possibly take an entry for that trade. Now, and I'll go ahead and put a arrow on there just in case. Oh, wrong one. Let me do this one. Okay, I'm going to remember these. Alt F9. So if you decided to take it anywhere in this area, you would be into that trade, right? And then you get down here and you're going, okay, is this going to continue pushing? You're running into the zero line, although you do have a little bit of strength as you run into it. This is the only reaction you have in the MACDs on the 1597, right? Which isn't much of a reaction at all. And so once there's this exhaustion bar, it pulls down, it closes right there at the bottom of everything, and then it starts to push back up. So there's two options at this point. You're either going to be minimizing your risk and pulling it down once it goes beyond here and pulls back up, or you're going to say, okay, this isn't going much of anywhere, and you can take an exit. Or you may take a little bit of a loss on that one. So, I mean, it happens. It's just part of the game, right? So maybe it came back here, maybe you minimized your risk and it came back here and took you out at this point, or maybe even came out and took you out all the way. Now, at this point, it's still setting up for short trades, right? It's still telling us, ooh, it wants to push to the downside. But after you see this kind of behavior, you don't really want to believe that. You don't want to go ahead and take that trade to the downside. You've got a lot of what I call retracement divergence, where the price and the MACDs push up, but the MACDs just barely pull back. It happens right here again. So this is yesterday, guys. This is the 6th, okay? And then you have an M pattern, which I love, to kind of say, okay, well, now we can start looking for the short trades again on the bigger time frame. But in between that M pattern happening over there, oh no, there we go. You did have some opportunities, okay? You had an opportunity to the upside right in here as it pulls back into your areas. There's really a lot of opportunities. I think it's F9. Let's see if I got that right. There we go. Nope. F8. There we go. So there's all kinds of opportunities right in here to take the long trade. You would minimize your risk behind the areas. And then once, on a day like this where things really aren't panning out real pretty, then you want to go ahead and once you see your first opportunity for an exit, you want to take it. And so it reaches that previous area, start to have closes down below. You might be thinking about taking the exit here. I'm learning for you guys. Maybe somewhere in here, or you may even wait till it pulls back gives you some, just not a really great push to the upside. Say, okay, not only is it not giving you a great push to the upside, it's got just this really wonky look to it. It's really pulling away, and it's having a hard time. These are really having a hard time opening up with the strength that it's showing in the price to the upside. So it pulls back down, it pulls back above, pulls back down and gives you opportunities to the downside here, but they're very short-lived. And excuse me, the allergies are killing me. You got some divergence kicking over here. So if you did decide to take some entries, definitely looking for exits. And then it goes back to the upside. And at this time, I'm going, okay, forget this mess. It's gone below. It's gone above. It's gone back below. It's gone back above. I don't like trading like that personally, so I probably would, I did miss out on all this. I wasn't here. But whenever it does start to go back down, and it gives you a lot more confirmation that everything is going in that direction. You're finally back below everything on both of your charts. You had a pretty strong push down. You've had extremely weak retracements back to the upside. There are about 900 gazillion entries that you could have taken along the way here, okay? So there's all those entries. If you're looking for exits, then it's just a habit to use that, guys. If you were being extremely cautious, your first exit would have been right in here. You see reversal bar here, the potential to pull back. This one doesn't really give you a great opportunity for an exit. You may get in, you may have been late on pulling the trigger for the exit. You've got a couple of opportunities just all along the way, guys. And then it pulls back into the area. It gives a pretty decent pushback, so I probably would have missed out on this next trade because you do have divergence pushing you back up towards the area. If you were looking for one more opportunity, you definitely have a lot of them in here. You equal that previous pivot, you still have divergence, so it's just not something that you want to continue looking for. So then it pushes back to the upside, and it is the weakest, ugliest push on the planet to the upside. And so it's just, by this time you're getting close to end of day. Don't want to touch it anyways. Okay, so let's go into today, what's happened. And I've been looking at today, I just haven't been trading it. This is my birthday week, so I don't usually trade on my birthday week, so I got a lot of other things going on. There's one of my main rules is not to trade hungover, and so that may be happening just out of nowhere during this week, so it's probably best that I don't trade. Anyways, so this morning had a really strong push to the upside. It pulls back in, and so maybe you're thinking about trying to take a long trade in here, but don't, because look, well, first off, it's before market opens, but look at the strength and momentum of those MACDs to the downside for every bar that sits right here. Sorry, somebody just sent me a live video of them. Okay, anyways. So for every bar that is just sitting along here, and even right in this area, just look at the strength of the MACDs to the downside. It says don't take this from this area. It says it's not anticipating for it to hold. Okay, so then it pulls down and it pulls back up. This gives you some opportunities, and this is right as market opens. So you've got a few opportunities as it pulls back in here. This is where I like to take the trades. Doesn't mean that you have to do it that way. And then you see some pretty strong potential for divergence, not only in the price, I'm sorry, not only on the 610, but also in the 1597. Why, dog? Every time do I start recording, my dog needs to go out. So give me just a moment. This dog hates to go outside, but once I start recording, she wants to be out there. Okay, so yeah, you've got some pretty strong divergence kicking here, or potential for divergence. You've got some bars that are just starting to set right here. You've got a lot of space to come back down to reach to that 233 and the 610 and the 1597 EMAs. So that would be a really great opportunity to start looking for an exit. And then it pulls back into the area. And so people may be thinking, hey, this is a great place to take another trade, right? But in reality, right now, you would be trading directly back into some major divergence. So to me, that says to hold on. I know that there's, some of you who would like to try and trade this back to the the 1597 EMA. But to me, that just says, let's just wait a little bit, and you can see what happens. It gets really wishy-washy. I mean, you do have some opportunities to grab a couple of quick ticks whenever it starts to roll off the zero line. Okay. And then what happens here is beautiful. So it pushes through everything. Not only does it push through everything, it pulls back. Now this would be an extremely hard entry to catch if you didn't already have your limit order setting here, because it probably just took off pretty quickly. Okay, because that's usually what happens when and the longer that it hangs out and creates this kind of wedge type atmosphere, the longer that it just bounces back and forth, probably the stronger the move you're going to see in that opposite direction. If you did get into this one, let's see, I think it's then you may be looking for an exit somewhere around here if you're not just moving your risk and letting it run a little bit further. Let's see. And then once your BBs start to turn around like they do here, you'd probably want to take an exit if you hadn't already. And like I said, with the risk, you would start out with it somewhere up here, move it down to this area, and then let it go. Okay, so what happens now? Now it pulls back into that EMA. And I know a lot of you are looking to take trades here. Remember to watch those MACDs. When it pulls up to this area and those MACDs are showing a lot of strength and momentum when it comes there, it says that area is not going to hold. Don't anticipate your trade to work out if you took it right here. So it pulls back a little bit further. You still have a lot of strength in the MACDs to the upside. And then finally it pulls all the way back up to the 1597 EMA. So, you can see right here as it pulls up, still a lot of strength in the MACDs. It comes back down, it comes back up, it comes back down. It gives you, guess what? Head and shoulders right here. And so that's another opportunity to start looking for short trades once you see that head and shoulders, because you haven't really you haven't overrun the area on the 1597. You're actually just rolling at the zero line. You have all three of your EMAs pretty much in line, in the order that they should be: 1597, 610, and 233. Just cuts in just a little bit. You can start looking. For me, I would start looking for a trade right here. You would have the opportunity to move your risk as it goes down. And then you get this huge bar reversal, and I would say, holy crap, it is time to get out of this trade, if I didn't have it just set for the 2 points. Now, and actually it does it right here as well, so you may have taken that exit right there. I'm gonna learn these. Yes, did it. All right, so guess what? It pulls back. It gives you another opportunity. This one's actually pretty spot on. You're right below the zero line on the 610. You've got this tiny roll, or you've got barely a pullback on the 1597. Couple of different entries you can catch on that. Guys, it's a little difficult to catch the entry if you don't have the order waiting, and I never have my order waiting there. When it pulls back here though, and it starts to give you the look to the bar like this, that's your next opportunity. So you may have taken an exit right here and then got in, and you could see your next exit being right here as you get the push down and the MACDs are starting to roll, and you get that hard push down and the reversal. If you are moving your stop along at this point, bam, bam, and then you would either get hit here or you would take the exit, because this is another entry opportunity right in this area. That's from that 233. Not my favorite thing to do. God bless. We're going to get this right one of these days. Nope. F8. There we go. So this area for an exit. Now, let's talk about what it's done now. So it's pulled back. When it's coming back into these areas, you see a lot of strength and momentum in the MACDs, right? And it gives you the opportunity to take one of those magic zone trades with this reversal bar to take you up to the area, because at that point you're anticipating to reach that area with all the strength in the MACDs, right? And then you start seeing everything is back above the zero lines again, right? So it's going back to that kind of look that we had earlier, where it was just kind of a disagreement. You could see the opportunity for down, but everything is back above, so you want to wait. You've kind of gotten wishy-washy, you've gone back and forth. Good traders can definitely catch some of these moves and be in and out pretty quickly. There was a pretty decent long here, actually, with the reversal of the MACDs. I'm sorry, with the roll of the MACDs, with plenty of distance. So it was a pretty decent opportunity for the long. And now it looks like it may be trying to set you up for a short trade. I feel like I would be way too late into it if I was trying to take this. Also, I have a little bit of an issue with this going on right here, although it looks like it could definitely break this with the strength of the MACDs to the downside. But we are above the zero line on the 1597. So to me, this was just an ugly day. There wasn't really a lot that could be done with it. If it does pull back, you can look for your opportunity for more shorts. It's 230, so you never know. I just don't like it. So if it goes, it goes. It's going to go without me. So just like the last 2 days have been. It's gone everywhere without me, and I'm totally okay with that, because I've been able to, I'm taking this week off. So 40 is a big deal, and that's where I'm headed tomorrow. So I don't know if y'all will hear from me at all tomorrow. I might trade, who knows. We'll see, but either way, if you have any questions going over any of this, definitely let me know. I mean, guys, just remember, when the market has been really wishy-washy, I mean, like, look, we had a strong push down, right? So the anticipations would be for more down, but at the same time, this just looks like a mess, and we're not trading messes. We're trading patterns that we see repeat consistently. We're trading consistency, and that is definitely not what this is. So, yeah. I mean, yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys have a fabulous Tuesday, and happy trading.